The federal government has rearranged Justice Sylvester Nguta on 11 out of the 16-count charge of money laundering and breach of professional ethics earlier brought against him. No reason was given by the prosecution for the reduction in the number of charges brought before Justice John Soho of the Federal High Court in Abuja. The prosecution witness, Mr. Gambo Saleh, the Chief Registrar of the Supreme Court, told the court how much Justice Nguta received as monthly salary and allowances, as well as annual medical checkup abroad from 2001, when he became a Supreme Court judge, to 2016. He also told the court that the judge received some welfare packages during festive periods. According to the witness, Justice Nguta also received a little above 8 million naira between 2011 and 2016 for medical care and over $192,000 for foreign trips. Trial has been adjourned to Friday, March the 17th, for continuation. To politics now, and the storm is gathering ahead of the 2019 political contest. With the crisis rocking the opposition People's Democratic Party, the ruling All Progressives Congress has had an easy ride since assuming power in 2015. But that could change with the plans by heavyweights in the PDP to form an alliance with several other political parties with the goal of removing the APC from the centre come 2019. Our political correspondent Sheung Okimbaloye takes a look at the merger plans.
Hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
As soon as the winners and losers in the 2015 general elections were announced, shockingly, on the political calendar of some Nigerian politicians, preparations for 2019 contest began in earnest. And so the contest for some was how to retain power, to another, how to return to power, and for some others, how to get power at all costs. To heighten the already tensed atmosphere, the umpire INEC made announcement of the 2019 election date 2 years before the election year.
To now fix the date for national elections.
2 years now, and it appears Nigeria has only one political party. For a fact, we have 40 political parties, including the ruling APC. Hardly do we see the opposition in the right element, but have their fears ahead of the 2019 elections.
The ruling party knows that the only way they can survive is to make sure PDP does not come up.
And so the PDP, after the 2015 defeat, is already planning ahead of 2019. Even with the bloody nose from the 2015 defeat, the party has hardly gotten itself together with series of internal squabbles. And then perhaps in a similar strategy as the APC, before the 2015 election, the PDP of the McCarthy group is considering an alliance. Some big wigs in the PDP are already talking with other political parties. They now hold day and even night meetings.
We are discussing as friendly political parties that share the same ideals, principles, core values, and we want to see ways and means in which we can work together or even fuse so that by 2019 there will be such a huge movement that Nigerians are waiting to just sweep away this party that is in government that seem not to know what to do with power.
We as politicians have the responsibility which we have ourselves assumed to do something to correct this situation. And the only way we can do it is to come together irrespective of our ideological and political differences to save the nation from the worst.
But for some PDP leaders, is a possible alliance a real consideration?
I think that PDP alone can form a formidable opposition.
The ruling APC has seen a lot of quiet, not much qualms in terms of viral opposition, even in the face of its own fair share of internal troubles, but they don't appear to be moved by the ongoings outside of their party.
The Magnet Party is towards pushing the Nigerian economy forward. I don't have any problem. I think the party is on track. I think, as I said, the things we did not do right at the beginning, but I think we all learn from it.
Nigeria operates a multi-party system, though some people are now clamoring for a two-party system.
But let there be two main parties so that at elections the choices will be very clear.
Nigeria should not be only one party country. Competition brings out the best in individuals, competition.
But the electoral umpire has hinted that over 80 new associations are being considered for political party registration, with the already existing 40. All things being equal, Nigerians may see over 120 political parties on the ballot come 2019. Essentially, not the name on the ballot may matter to many Nigerians, but a better life and what will guarantee food on their tables for a long time to come, and who or what platform will ensure that may be what they will definitely decide at the polls. Sheon Okimbaloye reporting for Channels Television News.
All right, now let's cross over to Abuja. Here's Gloria Umezuoke. Gloria.
Hello, Ijoma. The House of Representatives is calling for the prosecution of the former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Pius Ayim, and former Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Senator Bala Mohammed, for their roles in the Centenary City project. This is one of the recommendations adopted by the House after considering the report of its committee which investigated the matter. The House also approved the recommendation that the Code of Conduct Bureau and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission should investigate the roles played by both former public officers in the project. Our correspondent, Lanre Lasisi, reports.
Dixon, please, Dixon, you are not mentioned. Honorable Shagari, come and take over the seat, please. Honorable Shagari, come and take over.
It's a matter that was considered in a heated atmosphere. The report of the House Committee on the Federal Capital Territory on alleged irregularities surrounding the over $18 billion Centenary City project. Considering the matter in the Committee of the Whole, the chairman of the committee informed the House that from the committee's findings, the implementation of the project leaves much to be desired.
The process of law for any project of government, due process is that. You will advertise something that we want to do something, any investor who is interested. That wasn't done. So as it were, the dead SGF single-handedly picked the investors to participate in this huge project that was meant to cost 18-point-something billion, not naira, dollars. Two companies, two same people. Both of the same company, two of the same address in Farmer, Lagos, same address. Registered and with a share capital of 10,000 naira. The second one too.
A member, however, faulted the recommendations of the committee.
I therefore believe that recommendation 1 be entirely deleted on the ground that the basis upon which it is recommended does not apply to the program anymore.
His motion was put to a vote.
Those in support of that motion that recommendation 1 be deleted, say aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it. So recommendation 1.
Despite this position, the lawmaker opposed each of the 4 recommendations of the committee, and each time the result was the same.
Those in support of the motion that recommendation 2 be deleted, say aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it. So recommendation 2.
The House is urging the relevant law enforcement agencies to investigate the role played by the former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Pius Ayim, and former Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Senator Bala Mohammed, in the Centenary City project. They are also to proceed against them in civil court to recover public funds wasted in the course of the project. Lanre Lasisi, Channels Television News.
Indigenes of Benue and Nasarawa states in Abuja have staged a protest to the National Assembly over continued attacks on farmers by herdsmen in both states. The protesters are asking the government to address the attacks, which have claimed the lives of many farmers in the areas.
Protesters from Benue State marching to the National Assembly to condemn killings of their kinsmen by suspected herdsmen. With placards bearing various inscriptions, they march on. They sang to express their feelings. Finally, they got to the entrance of the National Assembly, but were not allowed in. They spoke on what they expect from the government.
We feel like it is time to speak very loud and clear and draw the attention of the government and the international community to the deliberate act of pogrom that is going on in Benue State.
This year, they came to my father's house. They killed my relative and they killed everybody. That is why I'm in pain.
Enough is enough. Enough of the killing. Give us back our land and ranch your cows.
Also from Nasarawa State were protesters who came to express their anger over the killings and kidnappings of farmers in the state by herdsmen.
For you to go to the farm, you cannot go for the farm. Even if you go to the farm, you hang yourself on top of the tree. So there's no way we can farm. When we are farming on the ground, they will sleep on top of the tree. That's not possible. That's why we are here.
They were received by some legislators who assured them that the matter will be looked into.
The Senate President said, we should inform you that he is standing by you. The Senate is standing by you. And in standing by you, we will do everything within the limit of the law to be sure that these herdsmen are taken to particular areas where they will feed their cows.
Issues of how to address the attacks of herdsmen has been a subject of debate at many fora. Many Nigerians believe that tackling the herdsmen crisis needs to be given adequate attention in the interest of peace and national unity.
And in Rivers State, Governor Nyesom Wike has insisted that projects earmarked for completion will be without compromising quality. Governor Wike was speaking while inspecting some projects ahead of the state's Jubilee celebrations. The governor was accompanied on the exercise by former acting chairman of the PDP, Uche Secondus, some members of the State Executive Council, and other government officials.
Men at work at ongoing project sites in Obiakpo and Port Harcourt local government areas of Rivers State. As part of efforts to ensure project execution to meet set quality standards and timelines, Governor Wike leads some members of the State Executive Council and political leaders to see things for himself. The second Ukbogu Bridge, which is vital to Trans-Amado Industrial Area, the landscaping architecture at Air Force Overhead Bridge and the Port Harcourt Pleasure Park are some of the priority projects ahead of the Jubilee celebrations of the state's creation. At the State Economical Center being built by the government for the Christian Association of Nigeria, the governor says he's committed to set higher standards for successive administration.
I think that what can be do is to map out a plan on how they are going to be raising funds to maintain the place. But our government on its own will be supporting them from time to time. So, but it will be, if we begin to just think about, because if you leave, the maintenance may not be there, and then you will not provide the quality that the people need, then that will not be fair. So for me and for us, what's important, do the best you can do.
The day after, the governor makes a surprise visit to the sports complex of Dietes Space Civic Center. He's upset with the state of things. The facilities are dilapidated, with unapproved shop owners apparently taking advantage of the neglect.
The only person who tried to see that there's some improvement was Sir Dr. Peter Odele's administration, who made some significant improvement on that. But as you can see, previous governments have not made any attempt to improve on that. And so we believe that for such a monument, we cannot allow it to just die like that. And also to encourage sporting activities for our youth.
The Rivers State government promises to execute as many projects as possible this year for the development of the people. Emmanuel Ere, Channels Television News.